The Indiana Hoosiers flip a major commitment from Louisville back to the Indiana Hoosiers. 4-star edge player KEVONTAY HUGAN, a defensive end out of Sarasota area of Florida. We're going to learn more about him, his skill set, and I'm going to tell you right now, you will not be disappointed with this big-time recruit. Welcome to another Indiana Hoosier football commit breakdown video. This time, KEVONTAY HUGAN, a 4-star out of Florida, had originally committed to Louisville, visited Indiana this past weekend, and the other day, or yesterday evening, decided to flip his commitment to Indiana. And this is a huge pickup because this kid fits the linebacker edge player that Kamara will occupy this year, and you'll see why Indiana's very excited to get this kid's commitment as of right now. Now, remember, we got to get him to December, so it's not like Louisville's going to shut the door and say, oh, well, we lost him. They're going to come back and try to throw some numbers at him and things of that nature, but this young man is a big-time commitment for Indiana to get a big time piece of that puzzle that they've been adding to on the defensive side of the football for this 2026 class. I do believe this makes their 14th commitment so far here in the month of June as we roll through this month heading to July. And right now, I would say Indiana is just tickled to death to where they're at with their recruiting thus far in this 2026 class as it pertains to these guys that are that foundation that Curt Cignetti talks so prominent about in order for them to stop having to go heavily into the portal. These are the type of guys that are going to give Indiana a chance to compete week in, week out with these type of kids. And here is HUGAN's on-3 profile. As you can see, ESPN has him as a 4-star, and then you can see how high of a ranking he achieved out of the rivals and ESPN and On3, making him that 4-star level recruiting wise. He's a 31st edge player, 57th in Florida, but I'm going to tell you, this young man is a fine football. I love his motor. I love what he brings to the table from that standpoint. And he plays a variety of positions. He plays on the outside. He plays as a 3 technique. He'll line up at nose. And you can see that this ball club does a very good job, and staff down there does a great job of combining his talents to give him the best chance to be dominant against any opponent on Friday night. And I do think he is a 6'3", 235 right now. He'll play next year as a senior, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 245, 250. But this young man, I tell you, is got stars written all over him because I really like him. And again, I can't sit here and belabor the point with him, but he is a fine football player. And we're going to head on over to the Quick Scout recruiting software that we utilize here, brought to you by Quick Scout out of Florida as well, and what they provide us here each and every week to break down these athletes. And again, highlight film, we're going to get a good look at how he moves, how he runs. And again, it's not going to have a bad play on it, but you're going to see why I get very excited with this young man's ability here. So here he comes off the edge, number 10, and you'll get a chance to see right off, his speed and quickness and how he trying to runs down this kid at one time in this set of clips that we're going to see. and we're going to get a chance to really get to see him up against some great talent, as the video will point out. Does a great job. Look at that. Throws that defender off with one arm. That tells you how strong he is. And does a great job. Never gives up on the play. Is able to come back in from behind and help make the tackle. I love seeing that. That's effort. That's nothing more than effort. Has nothing to do with talent. Off the edge again against a big-time recruit here at the tackle position. He just drives him right back into the lap of the quarterback and throws the quarterback's timing completely off. This is against a 4-star defensive or offensive line commitment to Oregon that he's going up against this time. Again, he plays with great pad level. Even though he's standing up here, he gets underneath, drives, and again, disrupts the quarterback's rhythm by being able to get a hand in his face. Now we get to see him lined up on the inside. He's a 3 technique, which is an alignment on the guard, outside shade of the guard. And here he comes through and busts through with great speed and quickness to make a sack. So again, he is a very versatile athlete that can play a multitude of positions that enables him to get in a situation where he can get to the best matchups defensively for them. Again, gets through a couple steps and the tackle there is throwing a lookout block and telling the quarterback to basically look out. Again, he's down here at the edge, running off the edge. Does a great job of pinning the tackle, keeping the running back inside, comes off and makes a play. Very, very good in that respects there. Same thing again here, gets off the block, disrupts the run play, and makes another TFL. So you can see this kid's ability as a football player is very, very good. In Indiana, I guarantee it, they are pumped up to have this type of ball player coming in this 2026 class. And, you know, is he a type of guy that can instantly be a big help? Probably. He could probably be a guy that fulfills a void, maybe a two deep type of guy that maybe fits in a rotation somewhere, but he's going to be a definitely good 260, 265 when he comes in. And this is one play here again, playing the nose. It's just a total mismatch with this kid. I mean, the offenses there in Florida probably hate going against this kid because it's hard to where he's at, getting a beat on that, and then trying to figure out who's going to block him. Here he comes down on a down block, which should be a very easy block. He does a great job swimming by, playing laterally, and then finding the football. He has a nose for the football. And this kid is going to be a dynamite player for Indiana. There's no question. We're going to watch one more clip here of him. Again, lined up as an inside player. Able to get off of it again and make the quarterback rush his throw and everything. And you can see why I'm excited about what this kid brings to the table, because I do think he is a type of player that Indiana in the past has not been able to get. And he is a no doubter when you throw on the film and add to that where he plays. And I can tell you right now, in Bryant Haynes' system, they would line him up outside. He could be a guy in the pass defense, but also be that third down rusher, be the guy that they can flip either side of the ball. So very exciting to watch this kid, and hopefully Indiana can get him to December and lock him up, because I think he is going to be the cherry on the top of this 2026. That's KEVONTAY HUGAN, a defensive end edge player, 4-star out of Florida, the newest Indiana football commit. And remember, get on over to thehoosier.com, get your subscription, $1 for the first month, 50% off for the rest of the year. Over there, they're on top of everything A to Z. You can talk about recruiting in terms of who the Hoosiers are on and who they got a potential of getting. on top of all the other sports that they cover there at thehoosier.com. And as always, when we get a new commit, you can bet I will follow up with a breakdown video of the newest commitment to the Indiana Hoosiers. Well, thank you for watching me here today on the Hoosier Football Tailgate. We'll be back at it Thursday night, 7:30. Tune in for another Hoosier Football Tailgate right here on thehoosier.com. For now, I'm the coach, Shannon Griffith. We'll see you tonight, 7:30 on thehoosierfootball.com.